A peasant isn't simply defined by having $12 less a month, but by an attitude of entitlement to 10 years of content for the $60 they originally paid. A peasant doesn't play Fallout 76, but is in 76 groups to troll and harass people who do. A peasant expects and demands, divides and derails. They insult and attack those who subscribe or those who play with subscribers. We aren't these things.
That was pretty fucking fire. Dr. Driscoll, busting bits, and today we're talking about this is a little I don't want to do a little
that you could.
It's a little read in the Game Informer of basically explaining a class warfare that's happening in Fallout 76. Now, I understand a lot of those people. If you want to play, your favorite game, you can play your favorite game. Nothing should stop you. And they're not necessarily wrong, but here's the issue with that. This right here, this little piece, this little article, why couldn't I remember that earlier?
You dumbass!
Is actually the reason, is now the problem that's wrong with games as a whole to this very day. This actually sums up the entirety of game issues. Like, first I'm gonna start with this and break this down, and I want to do it on both sides. I want to do it on the sides of the people who are harassing the people who are subscribing. I guess the rebellion, what would they be? They'd be the proletariat, I guess, in that case. I wouldn't call them necessarily the proletariat because they're not necessarily a working class. But whatever, you get the idea. Let's proletariat, bourgeoisie. So the proletariat, they're attacking people who shine bright like a diamond. That is quite unfair. What's the point? Like, what is it? How does that benefit you that you're attacking people who shine bright like? First off, the game 76. There's a lot of issues with that. The fact that you shine to even indicate that you're a Fallout First member. I don't know if you can turn that on and off. I don't play Fallout 76. I have it, but I don't play it. Seems like counterintuitive anyway. Like that right there is basically like when you see a lot of people flaunting money and they don't have responsibility, so they're just like, yeah, whatever, you're broke and I'm rich kind of thing. That when you flaunt that in someone's face, that's gonna make them angry. Like, not everyone can be blessed with immense wealth, right? In this case, it's not immense wealth. It's like $12 a month, I think, and then like $99 or something like that for a whole year, whatever. That's no reason to attack these people, you know what I mean? Just go about playing your game. Those people are still trying to play their game, whatever. There's a whole slew of things wrong with 76 for you to attack those people who paid. Now, on the other side of that, for the people who are paying $12, it could be a couple of things. But number one, you are literally playing a subscription. Why don't you just play in a private server if that's part of an issue? Now, I get it, maybe you do want to just play with random people, but at the same time, you get what you get and you don't get upset. Like, there are people who are gonna be mad. Like I said, you're literally flaunting your wealth in front of their face. Not only that, you're not necessarily flaunting your wealth as much as supporting a game that is shit and betrayed a lot of the people. This game didn't deserve anyone actually spending money into until it truly solved and fixed everything it was supposed to do. Delivered promises that it was supposed to make. The game is still buggy. The game is still glitchy. The game is still... Why? Does a game that I paid $60 for, which, by the way, when you pay... I learned, I think, from the internet historian who made a great point. It was when you charge $60 for a game, this was for their No Man's Sky episode, then you're expecting your game to be a AAA experience. Cool. I really didn't think about that, but he's right. Like, if Man-Eater, the new Shark RPG that just came out, was $60, a lot of people would have been mad. The fact that it was $33, many feet. That means now I can rate it on a lower scale and give it a higher grade because of what I think it's worth. You see? The worth actually goes into the grade itself. So a $60 game, Fallout, because of the name, then it turns out to be shit. It's not worth the $60. So the shit that they're giving to us is, I don't know what you want to call it, reparations, because I'm black. I shouldn't be using that word.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
You know what I mean, though. Like, it's just, we deserve it. $60 for a game that was broken from the beginning that most people couldn't even play. And then over time, you were still fucking people over. No, we deserve everything that comes after it free until it becomes a solid game, and then we can talk monetary gain on it, right? So the upper class is literally supporting something that's broken. It'd be like if you bought new J, fresh Nikes. For those who like Nike, they're gorgeous. Boom, outside, they're Nikes. They got the brand, right? And then you put your foot in it and the shit just busts down. It don't feel good. It feels like cardboard. The seams split. The shit just, the shoestring somehow just turns to dust, nigga, like Thanos snapped it. You would not sit there and be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, let me just go get these repaired or pay a couple more dollars to Nike for. No, you would be absolutely irate. You would not pay more money to that service. So with that, I end this article and say both sides are wrong on what they're doing. Proletariat shouldn't be attacking the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie shouldn't be supporting a game until it is better for all. This right here, this class warfare, is what new games are on now. New games are excluding those who do not have the money in order to, for example, fighting game characters are the worst. For example, especially when you have characters that were in the game before and then you take them out and then re-put them back in as DLC. That is the worst. This is the overall arching issue with video games, not just Fallout 76, as video games as a whole. The only reason I believe that EA was busted with the whole loot crate thing in Star Wars Battlefront 2 is because not only one was it Disney, Star Wars is such a big entity that when you decide to be predatory on it, then people didn't like that. People decided to rebel against it, you know what I mean? So that's the only reason but there are other games to this very day that still do that exact same shit. We can go with mobile games, we can go with games like Fortnite, which, you know, surprisingly didn't get busted, but because it makes enough money, it can hide its ass, whatever. But this right here, this was just a good time. Like, and to be fair, it's not like I'm just speaking out against the bourgeoisie. I am the bourgeoisie.
What? What the fuck?
What the fuck do you mean, Driscoll? You're the bourgeoisie. I am a whale. As these people are known. I have thrown down several $100s towards games just so I can bypass all the bullshit. It works. You know what I mean? And giving a game more money, definitely, especially when they put those up, it works. If you have the money, you do it. But at the same time, doing that excludes those who can't do it. For example, certain games like Tekken, I was there with Tekken 7 the day one. I bought the DLC, the season pass, day one. I was there. For those people who didn't get the DLC, they didn't get those extra people like Geese Howard, and I was literally contributing. Like, most of my games came with a season pass. I bought season passes while those other people who just wanted to enjoy the game could not even use some of their favorite characters, could not use or get some of the maps that other people had. Some of the, like, I am the bourgeoisie. It is what it is. This is literally why games, I feel, are becoming less and less fun. More people are moving towards PC games. Those that are like exclusives, like anything on Nintendo. A lot of these exclusive games are fine. They are very much well dividing. And this leads actually into something else. The rise of tabletop games, which is another video. Dr. Driscoll, I have busted the bits of my own people, the bourgeoisie. I have busted the bits of the proletariat because you ain't shit, you peasant. Damn! Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Thanks for playing